In an age where everything moves fast, where our attention is constantly stolen by scrolls and swipes and sound bites, one question still echoes quietly in the background. Why read? Why, in a world of instant answers, would anyone sit down with a book? Now, if you're thinking that question is rhetorical, wait, because we believe there are compelling reasons to turn every page. We hope you'll discover them in these coming minutes, and when you do, let us know in the comments which voice inspired you most. Who knows? Your story could be part of this one. We don't read to escape life, we read to understand it, because sometimes the right words at the right moment can shift something deep inside you. Reading doesn't just fill your mind, it rebuilds your soul. Ask someone whose life was changed by a book. They'll remember the exact moment it happened. The man who was ready to give up on his dreams until a story gave him permission to try again. The woman who was stuck in a place she didn't belong until a character showed her she wasn't alone. Books become mirrors, windows, maps, and sometimes keys. And one book has done this for millions around the world, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's not a complex plot, just a shepherd boy named Santiago chasing a dream. But within that story is a truth we all feel, that we're here for something more, that the universe speaks in signs, that there is a treasure meant just for us if we're brave enough to seek it. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. We live in an era of noise, short content, quick dopamine hits, but real growth, real understanding doesn't come in 10 seconds. It comes in silence, in stillness, in story. Reading isn't outdated, it's essential. Maybe the next book you pick up won't change your life, but maybe, just maybe, it'll change the way you see your life. That's enough. So take the time, return to the page, let a story carry you, challenge you, heal you. It might not be easy. We live in a culture that often values busyness over books, a lifestyle that frequently leaves little room for leisurely reading. The demands of work, family, social life, and leisure activities can often fill our days, making it challenging to carve out dedicated time for reading. Yet it's precisely in those quiet moments of solitude that the magic of reading unfolds. The beauty of literature lies in its power to transport us to different worlds, to make us feel deeply, to challenge our perspectives, and to remind us of our shared humanity. Reading allows us to escape the confines of our immediate surroundings and to immerse ourselves in stories that expand our horizons. It enables us to walk in the shoes of characters vastly different from ourselves, fostering empathy and understanding. One of the most significant benefits of reading is its ability to foster empathy. When we engage with characters and their experiences, we develop an emotional connection with them, even if their lives and circumstances are vastly different from our own. This cultivates the capacity to understand and share the feelings of others, breaking down barriers of prejudice and fostering compassion. However, the path to making reading a daily habit can be daunting, especially in an age where numerous distractions vie for our attention. Balancing the demands of modern life with the desire to make time for reading requires conscious effort and determination. Finding a quiet corner amidst the chaos, opening a book and losing oneself in its pages can be truly comforting. Yet despite the challenges, the rewards of nurturing this habit are immeasurable. Making reading a daily habit is an investment in personal growth. It's a commitment to expanding one's understanding of the world and oneself. Each book we read adds to our store of knowledge, broadens our perspectives, and enriches our ability to connect with others. So let's embark on this journey together. Let's rediscover the joy of reading, the solace it provides, and the profound impact it can have on our lives. Let's make reading not just a pastime, but a daily ritual, a conversation with the author across the pages, a dialogue with the characters within the story, and above all, a communion with ourselves. Read slowly, feel deeply, rise quietly, because sometimes the next chapter of your life begins with a book. I have a confession to make. I am often frustrated with books. You see, I'm always comparing them to movies. How does this passage translate visually? What would this scene look like? What kind of actor would they cast for this role? And because of that, I read faster than most. I love finishing a book so I can watch the movie adaptation, not because I want to reread that book. So when I saw this quote from Paulo Coelho's best-selling novel, The Alchemist, I thought, that sounds familiar. The idea that everything and everyone is a sign, that we're all here for a purpose, that the universe will send us clues, that our birth is a miracle, that every day is a gift, that we must be fearless in pursuing our dreams. Yep, those themes are definitely found in The Alchemist. But as I turned the page to read the rest of the quote, I paused. This is what it said. Don't wait for things to happen. Make them happen. There are many forces that want you to believe in limits, that tell you what you cannot do, that convince you not to try. Don't listen to them. They're wrong. If you really want something, the entire universe will conspire in helping you to achieve it. In this video, I want to talk about how reading books, even one book, can help you accomplish great things. I want to talk about why reading matters now more than ever. I also want to share a few ways that reading can transform your life. Part 1. Books rebuild your soul. We don't read to escape life, we read to understand it. Sometimes we read to lose ourselves in another world for a little while, but usually, if we're honest, we're hoping to find ourselves better equipped to handle this one, because sometimes the right words at the right moment can shift something deep inside you. It's why sometimes you'll come across a book long after its time, a book that everyone's already forgotten about, but the timing is perfect and it becomes your favorite book of all time. Books don't just fill your mind, they rebuild your soul. Part 2. Stories that transform us. Ask someone whose life was changed by a book and they'll remember the exact moment it happened. Maybe they were 17 and unsure of their future and then they read To Kill a Mockingbird and Scout Finch became their hero. Or maybe they were feeling lost and broken and then they read The Prophet, and Khalil Gibran's words became their mantra. Ask them how it happened and they'll say it was the words. But I think it was something more. I think it was the story. Stories teach us empathy. We enter into the heart and mind of another human being, seeing the world from their perspective. We understand what makes them tick. We see how they think, how they feel, how they experience the world. And then something happens. Their joy becomes our joy. Their struggle becomes our struggle. Their laughter, our laughter. Their tears, our tears. There was a man who was ready to give up on his dreams. His health was failing, his finances were unstable, and he felt like a failure. Then one day he picked up a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. He began to read and it told the story of two men, one who lived life on the edge and one who lived life on the slight edge. The man in the story slowly began to turn his life around by making small improvements each day. The man in the story reminded him of himself, so he started making small changes too. By the end of the book, he was inspired to continue living with a sense of hope and purpose. The man in the story had become a part of him. That story transformed his life. Or perhaps you read Wild by Cheryl Strayed. You learn of a young woman who's lost her mother and is struggling to put her life back together. She decides to go on a journey to hike over 1,100 miles along the Pacific Crest Trail with no previous hiking or camping experience. Through her struggles and triumphs, you discover new strength within yourself. Her journey becomes your journey. Her challenges motivate you to tackle your own obstacles. Her resilience inspires you to keep going. Her story transforms your life. Maybe it's the lessons you learned from Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers or the experiences you shared with Jan Martel's The Life of Pi. It's not that we apply these stories to our lives. It's that these stories have become a part of us. As Oscar Wilde once said, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Stories live within us, urging us to be better, inspiring us to be braver, reminding us to hold on. Stories that stay with us become the soundtrack of our lives. Part 3. The Alchemist Effect. Ask any fan of books which books have changed their life and chances are The Alchemist will be on that list. Written by Brazilian author Paulo Coelho, it tells the story of an Andalusian shepherd named Santiago who travels from Spain to Egypt after having a recurring dream about finding treasure at the pyramids of Egypt. Along his journey, he meets a cast of characters who help guide him. It's not a complex plot, just a simple story of a shepherd boy named Santiago who chases a dream. Yet somehow this book has done so much for so many. It has sold over 150 million copies worldwide, been translated into more than 80 languages, adapted into several films and plays. It's even believed to be one of the most life-changing books of all time. In today's world, we often get caught up in the complexities of life and forget that we're all here for something more. We allow ourselves to be distracted by negative thoughts and doubts that hold us back from achieving our goals. We start believing that our dreams are impossible, but the alchemist reminds us that we're all here for a reason and that the universe sends us signs and omens to guide us towards our personal legends, our dreams. The shepherd boy Santiago follows his dreams and the omens of the universe. With each step, he gains confidence and wisdom. He learns that the universe speaks in signs and that if you really want something, the universe will help you achieve it. Santiago's journey teaches us the importance of listening to our intuition and following our dreams. Part 4. Why reading matters now. We live in an era of noise. Social media feeds bombard us with endless content. Instant messaging demands quick replies. Streaming services offer endless options. We're constantly connected and expected to respond right away. This constant stimulation creates a culture of instant gratification. We're used to getting what we want when we want it. But what happens when we don't get it immediately? We become impatient, we lash out, we give up, we lose focus. Reading matters because it's a way out of the rat race. When you read, you're transported to another world. You're focused on the words on the page. You're immersed in the story. You're lost in thought. And in that moment, you're not thinking about your problems or your worries or anything else going on around you. Reading is a way to relax and de-stress. It's a way to escape from the chaos of everyday life and focus on something else for a change. Reading is a way to explore new ideas and perspectives. You get to see the world through the eyes of someone else. You get to hear stories that you've never heard before. You get to learn about different cultures and way of life. Reading is a way to expand your mind and broaden your horizons. Part 5, The Call to Return. Maybe the next book you pick up won't change your life. Maybe it'll be okay, but maybe, just maybe, it'll change the way you see your life. That's enough. So take the time, return to the page, let the story carry you, challenge you, heal you. This channel is dedicated to those who love books. Our mission is to encourage a passion for reading by bringing book lovers together. We believe that everyone should have the opportunity to discover the joys of reading, and we strive to make that possible through our videos. So pick up a book and let yourself get lost in another world. For a few hours, take a break from the stress of everyday life and focus on something else for a change. Explore new ideas and perspectives, connect with characters and stories that resonate with you, embrace the quiet satisfaction of reading and the comfort of a good book. Give yourself the gift of reading, allow yourself to be transported to another world, escape the confines of your everyday reality and let your imagination soar. Rediscover the magic of reading and the transformative power of stories. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Click here to watch the next episode in this series or visit our homepage for more great content. Until next time, happy reading.